got to do it. It's time.
Hey,
Kitchen's
Okay,
open.
ready, guys? We're gonna start this class. Are you
Kitchen
ready,
is
Wyatt?
open.
lights, camera, knock 'em
Come on in,
alive.
everybody. Boy.
Come on.
Wyatt, you can come stand right here if you want. Stand
Don't
right
touch
there.
anybody with their glove. You got to use it.
Come on in,
Use
guys.
your other hand.
Sorry, guys. Hey, Calvin.
Woohoo! Come on in. Sit right up front, guys. Right up front. All right, Wyatt, let's get this party started. Woohoo! Yep. Right towards there on that table would be awesome. Thank you. Have a seat at the table, everybody. Yay. Larry and Kelly, come on up front. There we go. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. So, we're going to start a cooking class as everybody finds their seat. We've got 3 very special chefs today in the cooking school. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We have, first of all, our executive chef, Mark Makovic, from Wegmans here, who runs our cooking school. How'd I do there, Wyatt? Good? Good? Awesome. And then we have Chef Steven. Chef Steven came in last night from New York City. He is a famous patisserie
He's
chef
easy to top. Do you know he's easy to
who
top?
Wyatt has looked up to, and we brought him in this morning. And then I should talk about our star of the show, Chef Wyatt. Chef Wyatt chose a dream today from Dream Factory, and he asked to come to Wegmans for the day and spend the day with our chefs and learn a little bit about pastry and pastry bags, and I'll let him tell everybody later on what he learned. But right now, he's going to teach all of you, all of his guests. Did anybody come hungry? Maybe a little bit? Yes, right? So how about a big round of applause for Chef Wyatt, and we'll start the party.
All right, go.
We're making a Napoleon, as you see up front. It's actually not that hard.
Actually, tell you what. Here's what we can do. If they can't see it, do this. Whoa, extreme close-up. Whoa. All right.
Fisheye Napoleon. Very 90s.
That makes no sense.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to talk you through a little bit of it.
Fish
We did it all together just a little bit ago, but we're going to assemble it here today. So what do we make first?
The pastry cream.
So what's in the pastry cream?
Yolks, half and half, sugar,
Yep.
salt,
Yep. Why the salt?
cornstarch.
We're making desserts. Why the salt?
I don't know.
Make it taste better.
Makes it taste better.
Perfect. Salt, vanilla, and vanilla?
Yep, vanilla bean paste.
Okay. So how do we make it? What is the base of the cream? So how do we start the whole
Half
thing?
and half and egg yolks.
Okay. So
Yolks.
egg yolks were in a bowl, right?
Yeah, you add 3/4 of the sugar to the half and half. You add the other quarter to the eggs. You stir that in. You stir the cornstarch in, and then you temper the eggs with the half and half.
So why don't you want to add all the? So we got hot cream in a pot, and then we're going to add that to the yolks and add the yolks back. Why don't we just add all the milk, or just add all the yolks to the hot cream? Wouldn't that
Because
make
that
sense?
will
We gotta add them
scramble.
in.
That would
They're gonna
scramble the eggs.
right? Anybody like scrambled eggs inside their pastry cream or
Oh.
cannolis or no?
No,
Not a
no.
single person said yes. Okay, so
I
we
think
temper it in. So how do we temper it?
You would pour a little bit of, you would ladle a little bit of the half and half and sugar into it, and then you stir, and then you whip that. It makes it a lot smoother. Then you'd pour that back in there, and you'd keep stirring and stirring and stirring. And then you'd add the vanilla bean paste, and you'd get thicker and thicker and thicker.
So what is it like, basically? If everybody doesn't know about pastry cream, what is it? What is it really?
It's like pudding.
It's exactly like really delicious velvety pudding. So,
I don't like red
but what about the ice cream? What did we have to leave out if we were to make ice cream?
The cornstarch.
Cornstarch, right? So make the same base.
Or flour.
But we call that creme anglaise, which we didn't talk about. But if you made flour, which I didn't talk about also, but if you change it to flour, we can make soufflés.
We can make soufflés if you add flour.
So use
Yeah.
that same base and just fold in egg whites to it, and you would pastry cream. And if you made it with flour, you can make soufflés from it. So it's all very versatile. So we're going to assemble what we call a Napoleon. So it's layers and layers of whatever you're going to have in it. And traditionally, it's going to be pastry cream.
Raspberries.
And today we're doing raspberries. So for a little bit of a flavor, we're going to do
Jam.
some
Strawberry.
raspberry jam, right?
Yep.
If we want to do strawberries, we'll do strawberry jam, whatever you want. You could do lemon curd. Anybody have lemon curd before? Right? You cook egg yolks and lemon and sugar and do all that. Like lemon meringue pie? That's the base. That's lemon curd. So we're gonna take our puff pastry. How do we cook that? So we got a sheet of puff pastry.
You take a sheet of puff pastry, you use a docker, and you.
What's a docker?
This is a docker.
That's a docker. It looks like some sort of medieval
Back scratcher.
back scratcher. But what does it really do?
So you have the sheet of puff pastry, and you do this.
And that keeps it from doing what?
That keeps it from puffing up, which is the exact opposite of what you want it to do.
Right. So normally puff pastry, everybody likes their nice high puff pastries and fills it with whatever or just like eats it. So what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna try to keep it flat. So we took one sheet pan down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Puff pastry in, then what?
No, it was sheet, parchment paper, puff pastry, sheet of parchment paper, and then another one of these, which you would put on top of it, and then after a little bit, you'd smush it down, and then you'd dock it again.
Yeah. Because the puff pastry in the oven starts to go like this. So your whole sheet pan will start to go. So you got to attack it, and you're gonna go at it, and you got to push it down with some paper towels so you don't burn your hands. So you push it down, and then you make it flat, and that's how it comes out, right?
Yep.
So it's nice and sturdy, baked all the way through, but we still have those
It's like
layers.
a
But
no, it's not. It's
like a beautiful cracker.
that's not what I was going for. What are they called? It's kind of like a Kit Kat without any chocolate.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a wafer.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what
it's
I
a
was trying to
wafer.
find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
a
You got all those layers. That's perfect. That gets it for me. So here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna cut these into pieces that make sense. You can make.
Any size.
I tell you what. Let's make one really big one,
Yes.
and then we'll. Yeah, perfect. I know it.
Perfect.
So here's what we do. Take a layer down, and what are we going first?
We're cutting it.
So we're making that
Oh.
size. We're making it
Whoa.
big. We're making it big. So spread that around, all over one side of it.
This is huge.
Yeah. Which means, watch this. We're gonna dump some.
Oh.
Right now. Watch this. Ready?
Yeah.
Now
Okay, that's
spread
good.
that out. There you go. Now spread that around.
Okay.
You do that one, I'll do this one. So like we said, this is raspberry jam. If you wanted
No, I thought it was
strawberries, then that
strawberry.
was, no, raspberry jam
Oh.
for the raspberries.
Okay. That makes sense.
If you want mixed berry, then mix it up if you feel like it. That's fine too. But you want something that's fairly thick. If you use some jams that are a little bit more loose, then it's going to fall out the sides a little bit more. So pick a jam that's a little bit more thick. All we want is a thin layer. It's like making a
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
peanut butter jelly sandwich for
Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
maybe somebody you don't like
No.
because it's very thin amount of jelly on the inside. So not
Oh, no.
one for yourself. We're going to take some of this stuff off. We put a little bit too much on it. That's all right.
Yeah.
So we'll scoop some.
But hey, it happens.
Scoop it out.
Crud.
We like it? A
Yeah.
little more even. One more time. All right,
That's
so now.
good.
What's the difference between jam and jelly?
I think one has fruit and one has preservatives.
No, the difference between jam and jelly is inclusions, right? So one's clear, one's not. So jam has stuff in it, and jelly is just made from juice. So jelly is just clear liquid. You make the juice, make it really nice and clear. Pectin in both, same, but one has, yeah.
So you don't want to use jelly on this.
No, you could use whatever. Sure. You like jam or jelly, doesn't matter to me. So we're gonna spread this out.
With this?
Yep, sure, why not?
Okay. Good. So I'm not messing this up. Good.
This one is more freeform, right? And the other thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make a couple layers on it. So if there happens to be any inconsistency in the center, we're looking for a nice top. As you guys see the sides here, as long as the sides are nice and the
This
top
gonna
is
use
beautiful.
A lot of powdered sugar on
Oh, yeah.
powdered sugar on the top.
Isn't more powdered sugar better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's right. Okay. So you're
I
gonna go
also
here,
made a cake.
a little bit more on the side. Need more?
No, I'd say I got about
More?
enough.
Oh,
But hey, enough. More is good. Well,
Chef Steven.
Oh, I was even younger than Wyatt, actually.
Let's do
I
a
started
little
in
bit
my
more.
grandparents' kitchen when I was about 9.
I think that'll be,
Acquired my
that'll be good.
first
So start putting the raspberries.
apprenticeship
Take some
around
of these.
age 12. Got
Yeah,
my
that-
first job at
Start
15,
layering
Whoa.
raspberries.
and then was accepted into the Culinary Institute of America at 18.
Say, weren't you like the first person with a disability to graduate from the Culinary Institute of America?
Well, I certainly wasn't the first, but I was one of only a few.
Cool.
So we're taking raspberries. You could do sliced strawberries.
Mmm.
Just don't, if you're doing the lemon curd, don't do sliced lemons.
Cause that'll end badly, man.
That would go poorly.
Yes.
Okay.
Very poorly.
And these, include them in there, but the only thing is, on your edges, make sure you line them up nice, because that's what they're going to see. So the inside could be stacked is fine, but the outside edge, when you go to present this, make sure it's nice and
Even
all around the edges. Beautiful.
like Steven.
We had a couple other jokes going on today. I can't remember what those were.
Wyatt, did you know you needed a sense of humor to be a chef as well?
No.
Chef Mark makes everybody laugh all day long in here.
Come on.
Even if I'm not talking. No way.
No one.
See?
Nobody
See?
picked that up. See?
See? See what happens? All right. So, raspberries around. Here's what we're going to do. Okay.
Mm.
All right, next trick is getting that on top of that. Here's what we're going to
Gosh, holy
do.
crow.
Support underneath.
Okay.
Because if we lift it and it doesn't come out right, then we're in big trouble. Because
Yes.
everybody's watching.
Yes.
So here, so we put it in there and we
Okay.
just barely set it on there. So now, one more layer, right?
Yep. Oh no, it's.
And we're not going to smash this because we want height to the whole thing. So just a little bit to let it set. And then we're going to take maybe a little bit of that. So other hand, right?
Yeah.
You're on here. And then I'm going to have you go with the spoon for this one. Just send
Spoons. There is no spoon.
So keep tapping and tap and tap all the way on the edge and you'll get a lot. There you go. There you go. So this could be cocoa powder if we went that route, or you can do a design if you happen to have a certain W stencil or something and you laid that sucker on the top, you could tap, tap, tap. We did that earlier today, right? Did we do that?
Yeah.
What did we do
with
with?
cheese.
With cheese. We went over to, tell them where you went.
A meat. The meat facility, which I don't
Meat
get.
facility, and then we went to the cheese caves, right?
Yeah.
Meat facility is right next to the cheese caves. We went cheese caves, they're sitting right next to each other. And so we did, what'd you do with the goat cheese, the 1916?
Wait, that's goat cheese?
Yeah,
Dang, that's good.
yeah. What'd you do with the goat cheese?
I put a W on it. and It's gonna be sent to me in like 3 weeks once it's aged.
So we're aging cheese at the
Cheese cave?
At the cheese cave, right? So we get to do a little ash.
My mom
on
can't
a
stop me
brand new-
now.
That's right.
Chef
A little more in the
Steve,
middle.
What is your specialty? What is your favorite dessert to make?
Oh, there's no such thing. They're all my favorites. It would be like saying, do you have a favorite child or favorite finger?
Ooh.
You don't have favorite fingers. Okay? Or children.
Yeah.
Like them equally the same.
Well, what
All
about
right.
me?
Of course you.
All right.
Good? So ladies and gentlemen, this is our Napoleon.
Here you go.
And we'll be cutting this up for you guys in a little bit, and so you guys can taste all this stuff later. Very delicate, man.
It's very, very delicate.
We'll cut it back there.
Hey.
We'll cut it in a little bit, because now what we're going to do
Is
is we have the
what?
Napoleon built. I'll build another one and individual ones for everybody to eat. But
Okay.
now Chef Steven's going to take over, because we're going to do a different part of this whole video.
Right. Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, I'm Stephen Ciccone, and I specialize in confectionery, art, and couture wedding cakes. One of the things that Wyatt wanted to accomplish today was learning how to work with a pastry bag and to manipulate different mediums that we use in finishing and decorating. So that could be a buttercream, a royal icing, a meringue, there's ganache, basically anything that's stable enough to go into a bag you can pipe with, all right? So today we were in the bake shop with Wegmans Chef Joe, and Wyatt mentioned that he had never been able to make a stable buttercream. So we made a vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream, and we're gonna practice some piping techniques with that today. And we're gonna use two different methods, okay? We're gonna use pastry bags and pastry tips like this, which is for, you know, more production kind of work, layer cakes, things like you would see in a pastry case. Even if you wanted to like finish it around a tart with a meringue and then torch the meringue, okay? And then we're gonna try and do some really fine work using smaller tips and smaller bags to get that really, really finished, pretty kind of frills like you would see on a wedding cake, okay? So, my two students, take a seat.
Okay.
Means me too.
I know. You said two. I obviously knew he meant you.
Okay. Grab a piping or a practice board.
A practice board.
Yep.
Oh, that's what these were for.
Yeah.
It's like school.
Yes, it is. But more enjoyable.
Like kindergarten, where you had the big pencil and you
I'm
had
gonna
the piece of
squeeze myself in between you two guys. All right. There. Put these here. Okay. So obviously I can do this in my sleep with my eyes closed, standing on my head. But my two friends
being
here
sarcastic.
are kind of new to this.
Kind of.
So I'm going to show off, and we're going to see if they can keep up. All right? So, loading the pastry bag. Where'd my icing go? Oh, there it is.
Somewhere over the rainbow. Way up high.
Didn't he do a great job with the buttercream earlier?
Yes. Wait, does it harden over time?
It will if you chill it, but we didn't chill it because we're going to work with it.
That makes sense.
Okay? So, he built a Swiss meringue. He slowly added unsalted butter to it,
3.5
and over time, with friction,
Like 3 pounds of butter.
with friction and the incorporation of air, the meringue and the butter met, and they made buttercream. We finished it with a pinch of salt and some vanilla beans. Okay? Now, for filling pastry bags since the beginning of time, you know, you can put it in one hand and make it talk and manipulate away. When you're first getting started into this and you want to be able to work efficiently in the shop without making a mess, grab yourself a tall vessel relative to the size of whatever bag you're piping with, put the bag in it, fold the bag over, so now you have complete control. The bag can stand on its own, and you can pick up whatever product it is you're using and load the bag, okay? So I'm gonna finish filling my bag, and then I'm gonna pass the icing off to the guys here and let them do theirs. Now remember, when you're working with a piping bag like this, you want to try to only fill the bag 3/4 full, or as much as will fit in the palm of your hand between the heel underneath your thumb and your forefinger. So right here. Never more icing in the bag than, where's my camera? Never more icing in the bag than right here on your hand. Okay?
Cheese.
There you go.
Or should I say cheese?
Cheese. I'm gonna go steal it.
There's too much cheese.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, hold on, wait. I'm gonna do this first, watch. Let's go down here. There you go.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
Now use the back side of the knife. Press it down. There you go. There you go.
Should I put in more, or is that good?
Put a little bit more. That's the other thing too. You have to remember your tip is going to take away some of that volume of the icing in the bag. So don't be afraid to put just a little bit more if it doesn't look like it's full enough. Okay. Now, remember I said, you know, lots of practice at this. Well,
Master, where should I put this?
even I sometimes, well, we'll go ahead into the bowl with it. Let it live there. So even I sometimes, though, you know, when you're working, you get tired.
Get up.
Sometimes stuff might come out of the back of the bag. All you need is a twist tie. Sometimes the best cake decorator in the world just needs a twist tie.
Hey,
Okay.
Steven,
You good? Hold it. Hold the base of the glass, and you'll get it. Oh, it. Mark
There.
put it down too far on the glass.
dang it, man.
He stuck it to the glass. He's trying to sabotage your piping. He doesn't want you to show him up.
Come on, man.
Perfect. Okay. So squeeze it down in the bag. Get it all the way down. Got it. Excellent.
There.
Twist tie.
Chef Steven, maybe we should put a blindfold on Chef Mark. What do you think? Would that even it up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
One
get
hand
me a
behind my
blindfold.
back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
One hand behind my back.
So, I don't have a. I'm going to go freestyle, cause you can.
Good for you.
I'm going without a tip, and I'm going vertical while you guys go crossways, okay? Because we're trying to squeeze all three of us in here. Now, I have.
You mean squeeze all three of us in here?
There you go. So, I've adjusted the bag to fit right into the heel of my hand, and I'm starting to use my 3 fingers to press on and to come down into the end. Now, my free hand, okay, is going to be my guide. So it simply locks to your side, elbow with your pointer finger at a 90-degree angle, and it just rests on the bag. Some decorators like to rest on their elbow. Some decorators like to just go at it. Totally up to you. It's however you're most comfortable using the bag. Okay? Now, the thing about piping is rhythm. So if you can count, you can pipe. Okay? So when I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, they all come out one size, okay? If I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, they all come out that size. Everybody getting this?
Yep.
Following along? Excellent. Okay, gentlemen, so back of the bag, heel of the hand, begin pressure with your 3 fingers, guide hand, your opposite hand, pressure and pull.
My thing's moving.
Pressure and pull.
My tray's moving.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Mark.
Well,
Hey,
you're-
what?
Look, I'm already done.
Oh,
wait.
sorry.
I was supposed to do it like. Dang it! Crud.
Okay. You want to do it again? 1, 2, 3, pull. 1, 2, 3, pull. 1, 2, 3, pull. Is that the first time you've done that?
Yes.
That looks better than his the first time he did it. I was practicing with him last night in the hotel lobby.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. You should have seen the looks we were getting.
Right there in the
Okay.
restaurant.
Good?
I'm probably out of frosting as far as I know.
You want to take mine?
Sure.
Go ahead. Okay. Now that you've seen that one, we'll get into the smaller stuff. And this is kind of cool too because It doesn't. Again, I lost the icing. Ah.
Somewhere over the rainbow, as far as I know.
So the nice thing about using a paper cone is after you fill it, the size can become relative to the size of your hand. Okay. You got the tip in there?
Yep.
Loose tip. You good?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it.
Here, take that one.
Okay. There you go.
And again, same as before, you know, you can sit it in the glass, drop a little icing down in, and you're good to go. But I thought, you know, I don't know if you got to see me do this earlier or not, Wyatt, but did you want to see me make a bag?
I guess. That looks easy. And now that I said it, it's probably going to be really hard.
Yeah. We'll get into that later, maybe in another video, but I thought you just might like to see how it was done.
Okay.
All right. So you've got your glass at the ready. Just drop it down in. Try not to make too much contact with the side of the bag. Or you can take what's left in your piping bag and fill the paper one. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Okay, can we help?
Yeah.
All right.
I can help with, I mean, I can squeeze this one in there.
Done.
Sure.
Okay. So with these, we don't twist, we fold. Okay?
I do that one.
Good.
Yeah.
Hold on to that one.
Good.
I'm gonna clean your piping board off. So
Okay,
you got a
awesome.
So you got a clean slate.
Quite literally. Oh, wait, it's not slate stone.
No, it's cardboard.
Of course it's cardboard.
They get the idea.
Somewhere
Okay.
over the rainbow.
And now, so that I can put my piping bag where my big mouth is.
You mean like this?
Okay.
So is there a difference between the two bags that makes you like one for one project and one for another?
Whenever I'm doing really fine work, you know, like something string work or filigree, brush embroidery, something like that, where I'm coming up close to a cake.
What about meat?
No, embroidery.
Oh, I thought you said brush and burger.
No, brush embroidery. You're gonna come
Oh.
up close to the product
Oops.
like this. You're gonna accomplish that better with a smaller, because you see how I can hold this like a pencil?
Yes.
See? Same idea, okay?
It's
So-
easy. Like one.
It's all folded up
Two,
into your hand. It
three.
fits right in your hand. So, from a manipulation perspective, especially if you're new to piping, this is how you practice. Now, I know all of you have seen a 24-inch bag of buttercream with 12 pounds of icing in it, and they're holding it like they're swaddling a small child, and they pipe. You've seen that on television, various reality shows with other people in it, I'm sure.
Ain't
Okay.
nobody got time for that.
That's great. That's wonderful.
Good for you.
Do that for 20 years and see what happens to your body. Okay?
Good one.
The goal is to have a life after you retire from baking.
Yeah.
So, same as before, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Wait
3,
a second.
1,
Look.
2, 3, 1,
Oh,
2,
I'm sorry,
3,
Jeff.
1,
What was
2,
that?
3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Man, I'm gonna have so much stuff when I get home.
You just have to practice.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wyatt, you're doing a great job.
Thanks.
Mark, you're okay.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Oh no. Crap, I'm
Oh, did
getting
you
it
miss
on
the
the
plastic?
cardboard.
Ah, that's
Yes.
okay. We got more cardboards.
Good.
Okay.
Hang on.
So, and like I said, filigree, using one hand, real close, manipulating the product for stuff like this. Very easily done. Okay.
Cool.
Just a little,
Wow. Good for you.
yeah. Okay?
knock
Anything
it off.
in pastry, just like anything else in art, music, or whatever, requires practice and repetition.
So,
Mm.
Wyatt, nice practice there. That
Thanks.
looks awesome. And I can't wait to try that Napoleon. Ladies and
I know,
gentlemen, how
I
about a round
can't.
of applause for Wyatt and our chefs.